The one thing I learned from this experience, I definitely don't want to act. That's not a lifelong goal. It's fun, it's great, but I noticed on set that like in between scenes, I would be like whenever he would yell cut and we'd be setting up for the next scene, like I'd be really nervous trying to like remember my lines, remember who I'm looking at, remember how to, you know, emote properly. you suddenly, it's weird. It's like when you're thinking about walking and then you like start doing it and you forget how to walk. But I noticed like the other actors and actresses were able to like break out into like 90s pop songs in between, like, and they were, you know, like they didn't, and then they would like get right back in the zone where they're like, okay, we just murdered this body, now we have to get rid of it in the park, like like how like at one point one of the girls, you know, she had to tear up after the murder because she's like, oh, you know, oh my god, what did we just do? And so she would like naturally cry, and then she would just be laughing and hanging out and drinking coffee, and then she'd like be right back in the scene. That's really exhausting. That's not even the makeup artist. When she was putting up makeup on me, she was like, "I could tell you're not an actor," and I was like, "Oh man, am I really that bad?" She's like, "No, but your makeup takes like 40 minutes longer because you keep crying." I'm not used to being jabbed in the face with a pen, but
yeah.
I'm actually very surprised because we shot inside of Prospect Park and we like unearthed the ground, added dirt, buried a body. And nobody twice, and nobody said anything. It was the first time. It was, I want to say it was in November. Mm-hmm. It was like freezing, and even like we saw the cop trucks pass a couple times, and we had I mean, it was a full set. We had like lighting and sound and equipment, and police passed by, never said anything. And the second time was right when the protests, the New York City protests, were hitting their highest in December. And that's when I guess like police officer NYPD had gone on a like hiatus from giving tickets and stuff. So we hit up Prospect Park, the Gowanus Canal, and nobody. That was like the perfect time for people to shoot if they wanted to, and the height of demonstrations.
This being your first like film project or, you know, TV show or anything in like the motion picture world, is it something that, you know, you feel like you would do again? Like, you know, after The Ridge, like if, you know, when it's all, you know, said and done, do you think you'd try writing more?
Yeah, I think I would definitely want to head down this path, just because about a year and a half ago, I co-authored, and published in a book that did pretty well. But it's just like, even though it was like a great experience and I really appreciate it, and it's awesome to have that, most people who buy, like, it's a political science, like, women's and gender studies, African American studies, like hybrid. But most people who buy those books and the universities who buy those books, it's like preaching to the choir. And I feel like with, which is still great because, you know, you want to have people who have the same politics, like sharing those ideas and talking about them and finding new ways to discuss them. But I feel like with something like this, like with the show, where even if somebody doesn't necessarily know where I'm going with like the cast and like the Muslim community and the politics behind that, they could just enjoy the sci-fi aspect and like the drama and the sort of cat and mouse game that ends up happening between the NYPD and these kids who are, you know, supposed to be superheroes, or planning to be. So I feel like there's something for, and that's what's so great about the medium, is that even though you're not like invested or involved or have anything like a horse in the race, you can still like enjoy and get something out of it. And I think that that's really powerful.